Right, so a while back I was asked if I can make a demon sign. So it's only been 6 months, and finally we got it done. And I threw a Hellcat in for fun. Cut this stuff out, but I cannot hit record button, so I'm gonna cut this little guy out, but we'll do the whole Hellcat so you'll see that I'm not just like running some CNC machine. But yeah, so my mad Russian skills of videotaping have failed you guys. Ta-da. I hope you can hear me over the wind, but this is going to be a cool cut. We're going to come from here and make a nice lawn all around. So let's see if it's as cool on video as it is in my mind. Alright, so I was stenciling these two guys. This one, my friend just got a Hellcat, and he's also my plywood dealer, supplier, whatever you want to call it. He's just like goes, "Hey kids, do you want some plywood?" But anyways, that's not what he does. But I was making this, I was like, you know what, it would be pretty cool to do a demon. Somebody asked me to make one on the channel. Just jamming out to some Russian classics over here, but let's go look at the demon and the Hellcat. So I just want to show you. So once the background is set, I screwed it in a few spots, so this way it's held in place. I got the hanger on the back. And so the next step is I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew it, and I'll be able to cut exactly like the mouth here, and this, I guess this would be a ear cavity or something. And then just making sure that this is lined up perfectly. We can see there's just a little imperfection, so I'm gonna just shave a little bit of stuff off here. And then the same thing kind of on the Hellcat. So I'm not gonna try to follow behind this little guy, so I'm just gonna make a cut kind of right here and all along. But it has to be pretty precise, so that's why I screwed in first, because otherwise this isn't that thick and we don't want it to show up extra. And then it's just some of the nooks and crannies here, like you can see where I marked off, so it's just kind of visible a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and clean all the little edges up. And then, what's that thing called? Zzz, sand it, and then paint, put it back together, and we're finished with this project. Now we can do the front. I had a bit of an issue. A little something flew in and got stuck on here. I pulled it up, but then it kind of ruins the paint, because you can see here, if any small kind of tidbit will land, it'll pretty much ruin the really nice surface, whatever we call it. So I resorted back to my old Russian techniques. I went and flipped it and scrubbed it all on the painting table that I have, which is very coarse. And so now we're gonna lay another layer of red paint and then bring it inside so that nothing will fly in outside. And it'll look really nice, and it'll give it a little bit of that aged kind of look. And then we'll be able to compare that with the demon, because that one sprayed nice and clean, so we should be all right there. So here we are, all finished. Everything came out really clean. I'm pretty happy. I actually really like that scratched up background, because from the front you can hardly see. But if you go at a certain angle, you can kind of see all the damages I've done. And so it's kind of gives it a little extra, like not 3D look, but a little depth of character and flavor. And then this one I noticed has a little bump in the middle there, and I noticed it too late. So if I would have done that, that would have been not noticeable. But now, because that whole background is pretty much right on. But this one will be a gift to one of my friends who's 16-year-old, 17-year-old is getting a regular Challenger, the two-door. And they actually, because they're doing the same thing as YouTubers do, where they buy it for pretty cheap and then fix it up. So it's a V6, but they, instead of buying normal bumper, they're gonna put a Demon kit on it because it just financially makes sense. It'll be a fake Demon, so hopefully they'll forgive me for that little bump. But for a 16-year-old, I think a 6-cylinder, cool-looking Challenger is better than a 700 horsepower one. Plus, that'll be a pretty spoiled 16-year-old. But anyways, looking really good, great success. I'm glad I did both of them. Looks even only for thumbnails, it just looks better. But I do have somewhere to give this away now, so that's kind of worked out really well. So it'll be a cool gift. And this one will hopefully supply me with more plywood for longer. And let's roll out to the Cars and Coffee. I've been poodling around here, setting up all my videos for a little too long. So it's time to go do my first Cars and Coffee with my new wheels. Alright, let's go. Not taking to Montero today, that'll be next time. Alright, thanks you guys, whichever way. Bye.